guess
Well,
that's
let me
the
get
answer to
me
the
on-stage
jiu-jitsu.
persona.
You know,
Just turned, made eye contact, and I got nervous.
No.
Like, I legitimately.
Now the mystery is gone.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. The timing on that could not have been more perfect.
I'm coming for you. You better be ready.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Hammers Lounge episode 13?
13? I think so.
13.
We may be mistaken.
We do one a week. You think it'd be easier to keep up with.
I know, right?
Oh, shit.
What's up, guys? We're back at it.
Yeah, we are your hosts, Kyle Tyson and Kurt Ham. A couple
That's me.
brothers here to talk MMA, have some drinks, and maybe tell a couple jokes in between. I just realized you are not Katie Wrestling. I got your nameplate all fucked up on the graphic. Let me fix that really quick.
I mean, I could, steal her identity for the night.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. But mix things up a little bit.
Yeah. Kurt, while I'm fixing this, tell them about our show.
I don't think she would appreciate that. No, it's basically, run-of-the-mill MMA show. Not really. We like to have fun. We talk about MMA every week. Like I said, we go over previous cards, look forward to other ones, keep you up to date with the latest MMA news, and we just kind of bullshit for a little while, man. We hang out. We like to have fun.
That's right.
Don't really take ourselves too seriously.
I don't know about you, man. I take myself super seriously.
If I take myself too seriously, I'll clam up. I'll start thinking too much. Like, whoa, Kyle, what's your favorite color?
Blue. If you guys, hey, listen, man, you catch us live on twitch.tv/The Kai Tai Show. I'm probably going to transition this over to the Hammer Lounge. I don't even use it for gaming anymore. But you can catch us every Tuesday most of the time. Usually around 9:30 we'll stream and go live. We'll put a heads up on our Twitter page, which is at Hammers Lounge. So you can always find out when we're going live over there. Follow us on Twitter. Yeah. And if you ever miss a live episode, you can always catch us on YouTube. Look for Hammers Lounge on YouTube. Please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. Get us to 100 subscribers so we can get that coveted custom URL. But yeah,
We're on our way.
Yeah, on our way, man.
We'll hit 100.
We'll hit 100
Let's
someday.
pop a bottle
I
of
have
cheap
to.
champagne when we hit 100.
I got to double down tomorrow and really do some stuff for the show. I got to create us a link tree and a couple things. I got to get off my ass and do it tomorrow.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
What have you been up to, man?
Same old stuff, man. I'm just waiting for the podcast. That's all I care about nowadays. No. No, just same old stuff, man. Living the adult life, just hating it.
Hating the adult life, hating the grind.
Yeah.
It's a fucking grind, ain't it?
Shit's overrated. Oh, what do you want to be? I can't wait to grow up. Now that I'm grown up,
dude,
fuck.
Telling you, man, working in retail, I've always been a people person and enjoy working with people. But I'm learning that my patience as I get older is thinning and thinning, and I have to fight the urge to just jump across my table and put like old grannies in rear naked chokes. After the fifth time, I have to describe what data is on their cell phones.
Can't make it any more clear to you, miss. Well, I just don't. No, I get it. Worked in retail long enough in my life. I'm like, I'm the same way. Like, I used to be so good with people, man, but nowadays it's like that patience meter is just running down a little bit.
I had a customer a couple days ago come in. He asked me some details. So I work in phone retail. I set you up with phone service. You pay attention to the episode, you'll figure out what carrier at some point.
Yeah, man. You make people able to talk to each other.
Yeah. Anyways,
doing the Lord's work. All right.
This guy comes in and he's asking about setting up an account, and he asks some really basic questions. How much does 2 lines cost? Something I've known for years. So I tell him, and then he goes to me. He says, "Well, that's not what this other person told me. They told me this number." And so I break out like the calculator and stuff. I'm like, "Well, let's do the math. All right, so this is where they made a mistake. This is the actual cost." And then at that point, he's like, "Well, I don't want that cost. I want what they told me." And I was like, "Sir," I said, you can't do that, you know?" And he's like, "Well, you guys should be held to whatever you tell customers." I was like, "All right, sir, if you sign up today, you'll get a Corvette." And he's like, "What?" I said, "All right, but I'm not going to do it. Go to another store and have them fucking sign you up and ask for your goddamn Corvette." And that's at least what I wish I had said to that
Backing
fucker.
away slowly, all wide-eyed.
Yeah, fucking hell, man, I hate people.
No, people work in retail. They should have little like one punch card for one time a month. You can just keep it real with a customer.
Oh, fuck that, man. I'd take once
You know?
a year. I'd take once a year, man, and
Well,
I would
I mean, yeah.
I'd be like, I'd have my own little whiteboard of criteria. I'd be like, "Do you check this box? Yep, yep, yep. But your shoes are nice. Okay, I'll leave you alone. Okay, you get a pass." I'm waiting for that one person. Check all the boxes.
I would like people, but people are just so fucking stupid. I mean, I'm one of them. Don't get me wrong, but I keep it to myself. I try not to bother people. Some people are just it's like that movie The Sixth Sense. It's like stupid people. They don't realize how fucking stupid they are, so they just project their stupidness out into the world, all free like to. There should be rule against that.
I don't mind people that are like uneducated in
people out there.
areas. You know, I'm very stupid in a lot of areas. I'll never try to act like, you know, when people start talking to me about politics, they're like, "What do you think about this and this policy?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm
"Dude,
like,
I don't know shit about
I
it."
don't.
So I'm not going to say nothing, you know, because I don't know. So I don't mind it when people don't know something, but when they use that as an excuse to be an asshole, you know, like this customer did, where he doesn't know how our accounts are set up and, you know, the cans and the can'ts of the business, but yet he still feels like he's entitled to do my job for me. That's when I'm just like, man, I want to fucking choke you out.
It's
Like-
arrogance, man.
Yeah. Anyways,
I get it, man. I'm sure a lot of people, you know, a lot of our listeners get it too, man. I'm sure, you know, people got to deal with people every day.
yeah, I wish I worked IT. I feel like that's a job where you can tell people that they're fucking stupid. Because you're just there to fix the shit that they break, you know? Oh man, I feel like that's a job where customer service doesn't come into play because you don't deal with customers, you just deal with internal employees. So fuck them, you know? They can't leave like a Yelp review on
So
you.
fuck them, yeah, right?
Yeah, you know?
I'm not gonna.
not gonna go on Google, leave no Google review. Like hell no.
Oh my god, what are they gonna say? Oh, HR was mean to me. It's like that's
Yeah,
their
there's-
fucking job.
There's no
You're an
customer
adult.
surveys. There's one question: does the shit work? Like, yes. All right, then. Shut the fuck up. Like, I need to be in IT, man. I gotta find something I'm good at.
Likewise.
Oh man, UFC, Kurt.
Likewise.
UFC. We just had the triple.
Man, I'll just say this. I'm pretty sure I got 0 points on our little bet. I think I have 0 fucking points. I'm looking over my fighters right now, man, and I just because if we go over it, I bet
I'm
on
pulling it
Santos.
up right now.
I bet on Santos. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what happened. I mean, the guy was completely gun shy coming out, man. I mean, granted, Mr. Alexander, you know, the guy's a killer as well. But I mean, both of them kind of were just super hesitant, and
Here we go.
It did not lead up to the fight that was expected.
So here's our picks. Let's do this right now on air. Why not?
And
Okay, UFC.
And then you picked Islam. I should have known Mr. Mac and Cheese. Was
Yo,
gonna
is he
fucking-
Russian? If he's
That's
Russian,
from
you pick him.
Pakistan or something. Yeah, no, I've learned that nowadays. His name is Islam.
Do
or
not
something
vote
like that.
against Russians.
Yeah, no, you pick him. These
All
guys
right, so I
these
picked
guys are
Rakic, I think it is.
Yep.
So that's 2 for me.
You
And then I
Islam
picked Islam.
completely.
That's
just-
another
he was
4 for
way
me.
Too much for Dober, and I should have expected it.
Now
I should have
we both
expected
picked
it.
Yan, so we lost there.
Did we? Oh, I thought I picked Sterling.
And
Well,
then
still.
I
yeah.
put my 5 points on Nunez, where you picked Anderson, and I picked Yan, where you picked Izzy. You lost every single match.
yeah.
Clean sweep.
I was fucking spot on those predictions. Huh? Jesus
12-0
Jesus. I mean,
is what it
not
came
one.
out to be.
None of my fighters won. Like, what the fuck is that? Jermaine Sterling won because he got kneed in the face. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
But fuck, I mean, Yan would have won that fight, so I would have gotten maybe a little bit, but no, the guy looked like he was looking for his contacts, and Yan came in and kneed him right in the grill.
So what we'll do here, since we
Obviously,
already know
yeah.
the outcome before we have a punishment lined up, we'll come up with a couple ideas.
I couldn't think of one.
We'll come up with a couple ideas. I'll create a poll. I'll run the poll on Twitter.
No, because if you fucking put the one that we were talking about, that will skyrocket, dude.
Come up with the better ones.
I can't
Come
do
up
it,
with
man.
a couple better.
I can't do it.
All right, so I mean, at this point, you had to let the cat out the bag. So I suggested a punishment before I knew what the outcome was, and that's Scout's honor, man. I didn't know the outcome. I
It's
didn't
such
bother
a
keeping
good
track.
one, too.
So
It's
my
such a good
suggestion
one, too.
for the punishment is the loser has to call our mom. We're brothers. We have the same mom. Loser has to call mom on speakerphone on the next episode
Live.
and just randomly start talking about the time we lost our virginity and get that conversation on the air. Now, I'm not committing it. I'm not
so
committing it,
bad.
but that's going to be in the poll. We'll come up with some.
if you made that part of the poll, everybody would just be like, bro, that is such a huge
We'll leave it up to Twitter. We can't sit here and decide now.
No, yeah, you're right.
You know what I
you're
mean?
right.
So
I
we
like
have
that
to
too.
leave it in
I
the
like
hands
that
of the
too.
viewers.
We'll get a little mixed grab bag of them. We'll throw them up
Yeah,
there.
that'll be one of
What
them.
you guys want.
Yeah.
We'll save on the hot shit for a little while.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go to the well on any of them. You know what I mean?
next
I
day
did.
and a half,
Hey,
I
look,
was like, ugh.
I took my punishment on the chin. I spent almost a whole
You
week
did. Oh,
repping teams I
and
hate.
you're committed too.
And,
the screenshots you were sending me, I was like, that hurt to read, but as your brother, that was
just imagine
fucking-
me singing the
it's
praises
hilarious.
of the Giants, dude. What really got me
Even
was
your own
like,
wife, like Kyle, well, what's going on? You know, I thought you loved the Patriots. You're like, you know,
no, I was like, they suck. All right, look,
no, they suck. I just
you got like
why
an
you-
ulcer.
Why are you crying?
The one that hurt the most was that screenshot I sent you, where I doubled down and I was like, "Oh, thank God for the Giants stopping the Pats from going undefeated in 08." I was like, that would have been hot garbage. If that ain't the biggest like,
It's still, I mean, as a Pats fan, it's still too soon.
that
to
still
talk about.
stings. 13 years later, man, that
Still
loss
too soon.
still stings.
Anybody ever even slightly brings it up, I'm like, I'm good.
Fuck it out.
Too soon. Too soon.
Oh man. Well, anyways, what are you drinking tonight? What are you drinking tonight, man?
I got the old, Boston Lager. I'm actually liking these. Sam Adams.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know. I get them, I'll get them for the podcast. I get them, if I go over to a friend's house or something. But fucking $10 or something for like a 6-pack. I mean, come
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Where do these guys get off, dude?
No, I mean that's IPAs, bro.
I get it. Well, it's not an IPA. It's a lager.
That's true. Yeah.
That, I mean, lagers are all right. They're a little tasty. But them IPAs, man. I did IPAs for a little while, but you still drink Goose Island?
Goose, I haven't had it in a
No.
while, man. Yeah, Goose IPA.
Yeah. You actually got me onto that for a little while. I was
Yeah,
liking those.
no, I love IPAs now. I do. That's my favorite beer whenever I do drink them. That and just Heineken.
See, Justin, our cousin Justin, has actually inspired me to buy locally, man. There's a lot of local breweries around here,
Yeah.
so I'm interested in that. I'm sure I got some close by.
Sweet deal, man.
Yeah, man.
So I am
And,
making.
I got my Senators Club, of course. But, all right, no, you were talking about this earlier.
so
what is it?
I'm
What do
over
you-
here making
you tell me.
terrible martinis.
I was just about to say, are you making a fucking martini? Somehow I knew it.
Yeah, so I
You got
tried
the
a
little
martini
olive?
at a bar, right? I went out to the bar the other week for the first time in ages. And so I was like, I was like, you know what, I want to try a martini. I was like, I bet it'd be interesting. And so I tried a gin martini. And it's funny, the first sip
never-
was nothing
had
but
a
like
martini.
olive juice, right? And it was really off-putting. But then I ate an olive or two first, and then drank the drink. Excuse me. I ended up liking it. I was like, oh, this is pretty
Really?
dope. So then I look
So
up
the
my.
olive somehow pairs with the gin. I mean, I was wondering.
Well,
why
you
they've
also
always
have
had
to
that little
use
fucking olive. on the side.
vermouth wine in it too. So it's mainly gin, olive juice, and wine all mixed, right? And you shake it up in a shaker. I'm not doing that tonight. I have a shaker, but I'm not going to
come
sit
on,
here.
You're not gonna. Come on.
No, I need ice, and we're gonna sit here. Shit's gonna melt.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So,
I was just, you should have though. Halfway
mean-
through, just like mid conversation, it's like, yeah,
well, I looked up the first Google
like Tom Cruise and shit.
recipe on how to make it, and I made it exactly how they have you make it, and it turns out it's just nothing but gin. Like it was
It's what a martini. This is gin and an olive.
It was like 1 part wine, 3 parts gin, and a little bit of olive juice. And like all I tasted was the gin, and it was.
To be fair, I never knew wine was a part of a martini.
Neither did I, man.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
It was all I knew was it's gin and an olive. It just got to be more than that.
Yeah.
I never would. I mean, I hate olives to begin with.
For real?
Yeah, I can't stand.
Oh, I love olives, man. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pound like
sandwich.
20 of them like I would grapes, but I'll definitely eat like 3 or 4 olives. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I love olives,
Like
man.
olives taste like
No, I like green olives more than black olives.
no.
Yeah. Although I do like black olives in a sandwich.
I still just do not see it pairing with liquor.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, the way I made it, definitely didn't. It was terrible. I'm just putting that out there to the world. So,
Next time you make a martini, man, you got to go full out. You got to be shaking that shit.
I mean,
Don't even mention it. Just be mid conversation. Be like, so
a little
every
behind the
fucking
scenes,
thing.
man. Like if we're just lounging around, yeah, I'll definitely make it, but not like here. Like I need ice. And then it's also messy. So this
man.
is the drink. Oh, I don't know if you can catch it.
That's a martini.
There's like bits of
That is a very, very dark martini.
yeah, it's supposed to be
Not
clear.
martini. Where's your little fancy glass though? I thought you were gonna have.
No,
like olive on
I'm
the
just
side?
making like I told you, the world's worst martinis.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm making. So hold on, here we go. I'm gonna try this on air. Let me eat 2 olives because that was the way I liked it beforehand.
Oh God.
Well, the olives are pretty salty. I like that.
I'll stick with my dollar store whiskey.
All right, now I'm gonna try this extremely dark martini.
I don't think I've ever seen a martini that was brown. I mean, I thought you were gonna go full Scrubs. Like JD off of Scrubs, make yourself a little apple teeny.
No.
Fun fact: that was his favorite drink.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's so bad.
Might as well drink with you. Yeah. Cheers.
That is
Cheers,
so
everybody.
bad.
To our probably 2 or 3 listeners out there. I'm glad I didn't take a drink.
The worst part about this is I gotta finish it.
You do. You do. That was actually pretty. That was a lot of gin.
No, that's like the wine and like the olive juice.
Wine. Okay. Yeah. If you would have told me, you'd be like, "Hey, you want a martini?" Sure, I'll try one. But if somebody was like, "Hey, you want to try this mixture of wine, gin, and olives?" I'd be like, no, you better fucking take that somewhere else. That sounds gross.
How about green olives the best part of this?
I don't. That's pretty bad.
All right.
The best part of the drink is an olive. All right. Okay.
Drinking this makes me feel like I lost the bet.
All right. God
Hold
damn
on,
it! I
here
gotta
we
take
go.
mine.
Let me
can't.
finish it, then we can start
No,
talking.
exactly. I gotta stop laughing because I'll fucking
I'm gonna finish it, and then we
chew
start
whiskey
talking
out my nose and
UFC.
start crying.
Oh, this is so gross. This is so bad.
Yeah, it did. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It did not look appetizing.
It's
I don't think I've ever held up a drink and be like, "Hey, you see that? Yeah, there's shit."
no.
floating
The
around
fun fact. Not really though. Like fun fact. Looks worse in person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a very appetizing color, man.
It's not, dude.
Hey,
It's,
you want to try this martini? It just looks like whiskey. Like,
Well, I hand it to you, and then the first thing you see is like floating bits of olive in it. But I don't tell you it's olives, and you're just like, "What the hell's floating in this glass?"
oh, like, sorry, we had to use sink water for the distillery.
Bathroom sink water.
Hey, fucking cheers.
All right, yeah, let me down this.
Are
Jesus.
you gonna drink the rest of it now? All right. Oh, that was a proper response. A triumph.
You go ahead and talk for like a minute.
Well, then why didn't I just take a shot? All right. Anyway,
Go ahead. I need a moment.
Peter Yan. Peter Yan, kneeing Sterling in the face. I mean, if you watch MMA, you know all about this.
It's like
So this weekend,
it's like if you hocked a loogie and then we let it get cold and then I slurped it down.
so gross. Oh, it's like you're drinking a. I didn't realize a slug was a part of the recipe. No,
There
I gotta
was
try
no
one now.
redeeming part of that drink.
I gotta try one now.
There was no like
You got me sold.
there was no like bad taste and then but maybe the aftertaste is okay. Like no, it's just
No, just quit lying to yourself.
it's
There's
getting
nothing
worse
pleasant about
without
that.
anything on my palate, man. I need to eat an olive. I need to eat something to just you know what? Actually no, how about these Arctic Tums? Yeah, I'll
There
take one
you
of
go.
these.
There you go.
Oh, palate cleanser. Holy God. Remind
that's
me
the only-
never to make another martini without somebody properly showing me how.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try my hand at a martini tonight, just fucking throwing shit in together.
Yeah, I'm just going to drink the gin
If we
like
had any
straight.
bartenders in our audience right now, they'd be cringing. Chat be blowing up. That's not how you do it.
That was really bad. All right, Peter Yan.
That was the trick. You need to shake it next time, man.
Yeah,
Get yourself the little fucking.
something.
What was that movie with Tom Cruise?
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Bartender?
No, I know
No.
what you're talking about. Tom Cruise. Bartender.
I think
Cocktail.
It's probably, yeah.
Cocktail.
That's probably top two. I think probably one of the top two stupidest, like, I don't know, gimmick movies. I mean, yeah, he was fancy, but that and then when Sylvester Stallone was a professional arm wrestler.
Hey,
Remember that?
Over the Top was fucking awesome. I don't ever want to hear you disparage
This guy knew that
movie.
by fucking name. He knew that. He was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Over
No,
the
don't you
Top was a
disrespect.
fantastic movie. It's a
Dude,
truck driver and his son.
How many people sitting in that room, just sitting there on the desk, like, you know, because they're by this time they're Stallone is just a cash cow. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna get everything out of that guy, and they still are.
It's one of the. Remember what was the
But it's arm
the
wrestling.
what show was it that made the joke that a show was just made up by manatees grabbing random subjects?
I actually never oh man, was it Family Guy?
I want to say it was Family Guy saying
fun
that's
of
how
Family
like
Guy.
The Simpsons or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But it's kind of like that. It was like occupation. They're like trucker. They're like
Exactly.
okay. Problem. He has a bad relationship with his kid. Okay.
Is that what it was? Because all I really remember is he would just you know,
No,
fucking.
it was him and his kid restored their bond through him achieving his dream of being a professional arm wrestler while being a trucker.
Oh, Stallone. Did he ever turn down a movie in the 80s? I don't think he did. This motherfucker was a rock climber, an arm wrestler. He went to prison. Well, of course he went
He's
to prison.
essentially the Rob Schneider of like the major motion pictures.
Yeah. This
You know?
summer, Sylvester Stallone is a professional arm wrestler.
Yes.
Rated PG-13.
This summer, Stallone is a rock climber. Catch him in Over the Edge. Or, no, Cliffhanger.
Yeah, there it is.
Cliffhanger. Oh, yeah.
The movie was unnecessarily intense.
This summer, Sylvester Stallone is a RoboCop judge. Catch him in Judge Dredd.
The law.
I am the law.
Jesus. I mean, hey, man, he made a living. The guy's rich as fuck. He's still banging steroids, you know, at what, 75?
Yeah.
the guy's he's in shape for 75. I'll say that.
Yeah. What other crazy
man.
things has Stallone been in?
No, he was in so many just crazy off the wall movies.
I bet his.
I remember being at Dad's house, seeing all the VHSs, and just like that, Rob Schneider.
This summer, Stallone has a disparaging relationship with his estranged mother. Catch him in Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. It's a real movie. That's a real
No
movie.
way. No way.
That's a real movie.
Oh my god. No, it was so. I was like, oh well, he tried, but whatever. It's like, no, wait, damn, that's a real movie.
No, that's a real movie, man.
Oh, awful. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. This summer, Stallone is a bug. Catch him in Ants.
Was he in Ants?
Yes, he was in Ants.
Was he? Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of A Bug's Life. Yeah, Ants was like the fever dream version of A Bug's Life, right? Two different movies.
Ants was like the knockoff, like Bug's Life ordered on Wish. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I remember that movie being visually just uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, it was
He was
bad.
in there.
This summer,
I'm gonna end up looking up tonight just all of Rob Schneider. Sylvester Stallone's movies.
This summer, Stallone looks over Secret Agent Children. Catch him in Spy Kids 3.
He wasn't Spy Kids, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Wasn't he? No, he wasn't. He was the bad guy, right?
I don't know. I never watched any of the Spy Kids movies.
I think he was the bad guy. Wait, no. The Spy Kids movie had everybody. Fucking Danny Trejo was their uncle. It had Steve Buscemi in it as like a scientist.
I do remember that about Spy Kids, that it had like an impressive ensemble throughout their movies.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I saw him, but I remember seeing
Crown Royal, Rob Schneider versus Dan Severn.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm glad he got the reference that we were going with Stallone.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
No, because when you think about it, man, there wasn't a role that he turned down, man. Didn't even think twice at. I mean,
Rob Schneider is the stapler. God, dude.
I mean, yeah. At that point, so when you think about it, it's like
he did go through like a caricature phase in his career.
He was literally like an animal in one. And you know what's funny is I actually liked those movies when I was young, but I cannot imagine watching them now.
The Hot Chick.
No, only Jack Black's allowed to do that now.
He says Big Man was a great movie. Which one was Big Man?
You talking about Rob Schneider or Stallone now?
I'm not sure.
Big Man. Probably Stallone. Stallone's always had a fuck of an ego. I heard Stallone actually too is just like an asshole in real life.
Who, Stallone?
Yeah, and I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't know. Yeah, I really wouldn't know. I've never really thought about Stallone as like a.
Yeah, I mean, I've hung out with him a couple times. He comes off as preachy.
It's a big Stan.
Now,
I'm trying to find Big Stan trailer. Oh, okay, it's a Rob Schneider movie. I've just never heard of it, man. I'll check it out.
I've been a big fan of stand-up comedy. I've watched a lot of them, Netflix and whatnot. And Rob Schneider, for the past few years, has come out with a couple stand-ups, and they're just awful. Like, they are, between him and Norm Macdonald's new stand-up or newer, they're just awful.
Well, they're old now, and they pertain to old people. Like, they're not somebody that transcends generations through their comedy. They definitely very much pertain to people like our parents would probably find the stuff funny. I laughed at one of the Rob Schneider stand-up jokes where he says something like, he's like, as an older guy, you can't never let yourself get so fat to where you're only wearing sweatpants. He's like being old and wearing sweatpants doesn't mix. And he talks about, like, if you got to take a piss, he's like, you'll have your dick out halfway through to the bathroom. You know what I mean? It's like, regardless of company.
God damn it, I wasn't supposed to laugh. I mean, hey,
yeah,
they get a couple dingers, but
hey, don't we talk MMA on this show? We're a half hour in, and
shit,
we've like,
you're right.
so, bro.
So, you know what that reminds me of? Sylvester Stallone.
So really quick, I'll go ahead and I'll reel us back in real quick.
0 points.
Yeah, 0
Nothing.
points, man. 0 points on your
Fucking
predictions.
flatline, dude.
Oh, since
I'm
Crown Royal's in the
supposed to be-
chat, we'll go ahead and
supposed to
test
be Mr.
him.
MMA. Jesus Christ.
Dart Fidget's in here too. I still don't know if Dart Fidget's a person. So we discussed the possibility of the punishment is that the loser, in this case Kurt, has to on the next show call mom on speakerphone and without any context just start explaining to her how he lost his virginity, and he has to keep it going till she hangs up on him.
She would probably start crying.
Tell me if that's a fitting punishment. There's
What
really
are you- 13, Kurt. I never knew this. Like, fuck, I'm sorry.
Oh shit. Anyways, back to UFC 259. One of the biggest stories coming out of the event was we witnessed the first time a championship title change hands via DQ when Peter Yan.
I went back and I was like, yeah, it really is the first time. I thought
Yeah.
maybe early on UFCs, but no, it's always been we've had them overturned because they got popped for steroids later
That or
on.
no contest.
That or no contest.
No contest is usually what came into play.
in that case, or draws. In that case, the championship, the champion still keeps his belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a DQ win, yeah, first.
Um,
John Jones was actually congratulating Sterling, and Peter Yan sent out a tweet. He was like, "Fuck you, Anthony Anthony Smith should have taken your title." Like, really, dude? You're gonna fucking congratulate Sterling? Like, no.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing, and we'll get into that too. I really want a lot of personal takes on this subject, but just a quick rundown of it. Peter Yan landed a clearly illegal blow, knee to a downed opponent in Aljamain Sterling, completely TKO'd him. He was severely concussed, obviously concussed. They called the fight. The ref deemed it intentional, which it was.
It was pretty intentional.
Causing
You
a
go
DQ.
back and look at it.
And once again, the first time a championship belt has ever changed hands via disqualification. Now, I got to ask, should that be a thing? Now, granted, you know
You
what
think what, like the title changing hands?
Yeah, so here's because okay, so not to try and draw a comparison from real fighting to professional wrestling, but that's the only other place you see this. Professional wrestling has it that, bad guys will get themselves DQ'd and they retain their title. So obviously we know you can't have a guy losing a fight and resort to like a dick kick.
Yeah, I was just about to say, in that case, dude, like they'd be coming out and just headbutting, kicking him in the dick and poking him in the eye until
so the alternative is you strip the champion and the title becomes vacant, and then you can.
I like that idea. I like that idea
because then you can do a couple things. Now, UFC is not really a fan of tournaments, but in my brain, I think most MMA fans still love the idea of a tournament. I mean, it was one of the biggest things that made Pride so popular was their Grand Prix.
Yeah, that's the thing though. UFC, I don't ever really see UFC holding a tournament style bracket like Bellator or PFL's doing nowadays. I just don't think it's their thing. I think though you are onto something though with your stripping the champion, but as long as the next fight is between the guy who was fouled and the next top contender, take
the champ out of the equation,
right out of the equation, make him fight for a chance.
A number one contenders fight.
Yeah. I really think that if it wasn't an immediate change of hands with the title, then the champion himself should definitely be punished in that way.
Yeah,
because like you mentioned earlier with like WWE and stuff, the champion. I'm losing that fucking.
Well, I mean, even in pro wrestling, it's referred to as the champion's advantage. You can't give one person advantage over the other.
Yeah.
The unwritten advantage in UFC is champion. Well, you remember in UFC what they used to say it was if it comes down to a decision, the challenger has to definitively beat the champ, and that was kind of how they always was like.
Yeah, whole like you have to You have
Is-
to beat the champ. You
Yeah,
know?
it can't even be close, is what they were saying. Is they didn't even want any close decisions.
And
It was
that's
almost
really
like,
how it went for a little while, man. You know, you saw these close fights, but it was like that could have went either way. But it's like, oh, you know, you didn't definitively beat the champion. He's going to stay the champion.
yeah.
You've
Crown
seen a
says
couple
he felt
posts
like
with
it should have been a no contest. But see, the problem with that is Jan would have retained.
Yeah, when
And
it
you
was a
know,
blatant- when
and
it
that
was a
plays
blatant
into
foul.
that plays into you can intentionally get yourself DQ'd to keep the
Yeah,
belt.
They can't have any gray area
Yeah.
in that at all. Being, you know, especially sports betting, shit like that.
Yeah,
You know,
throw fights
like-
in a heartbeat, man.
Oh yeah, like that's oof. So that would just unveil another giant shitstorm, you know. So I think it is disappointing, you know, that the fight ended that way, and you know, Sterling is the champion. I like your idea, how you know they set up, you know, another fight between Sterling and someone else. But
Yeah,
that being said, you know, Sterling, you know, no one wants to win a championship like that, and obviously Sterling showed that. But
did you see
on
the
the other-
pictures of him
on the
celebrating
other,
with the belt
on the
later
other
that
end,
night?
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
on the other end, you know that motherfucker smiling and taking pictures of people with that belt.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean,
Yeah,
it's hard though
but-
because
but that's just, you know, they're just gonna hype the fuck out of the next fight.
yeah,
You know these guys. All of a sudden, they're gonna have a big feud. They're gonna be big rivals, like Diaz and McGregor all over again. And then their fight is gonna, their next fight, because if these guys do have an immediate rematch, which I think they should, you know, we need, you know, we need a result. It'll probably headline a pay per view. You know,
Maybe.
I think it has enough momentum now and backstory and all that. You know, the promo people can work their magic. I think it's worth a main event for a pay per view. When in reality, the reason why it was on this pay per view is because it couldn't. You know, both of these guys, Peter Young and Sterling, didn't really have the hype and the name to hold their own card. You know, so that's why kind of they were thrown on this card to make it a triple header for championships. But now with now with a little bit of controversy, they got some footage.
they have a good story.
You know, they got a good story. So, and Nunes, oh my God, with the fucking Mike Tyson effect. I mean, I think she could still sell pay-per-views, but I mean, what do you do? She's pulling a Demetrius Johnson, man. Like
Yeah,
I thought Megan Anderson would have done a little better, but fucking hell. I mean, it just came out. Nunes threw a hard 1-2 that landed clean, and then it was the beginning of the end. You know, clocked her once, no, but like, oh wow. She saw like, oh wow, you know, that hurt her a lot. Let's do that again. Bam, bam. And before she knows, you know, before she knows it, she was that. I mean, she basically TKO'd her and then submitted her in the same night. You know, that that fight was, it was a wash, man. I mean, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say. So she's defending two divisions where there's not a standout competitor.
Well, now let's stop right there. Actually, I read earlier, Anderson actually said that her division is being basically taken away. I think I read that. Yeah, she
The
was
strawweight.
yeah. I think it's just going to be featherweight.
No, so Dana White was asked in the media scrum.
I kind
About-
of because I kind of skimmed over it. I was looking. Through the
Yeah, no, he
headlines.
was asked
noticed
he was
that.
asked in the post fight press conference about the strawweight division, and he informed everybody that Nunes said that she wants to continue to defend it, and so he pretty
Really?
much hitches the whole division on Nunes.
Yeah.
You know, he said she wants to defend the belt there, so we'll keep them coming.
Yeah.
Is pretty much what it is. Now, the moment Nunes loses the belt, or more than likely retires, because I think that's the next step. I think you walk
I mean,
away
who
with.
did- yeah, it's like Demetrius Johnson. It's like, who else? You know?
Well, Demetrius Johnson arguably could have fought another division, but Nunes has already done it. You know, so Nunes.
Well,
Nunes
I meant in the way that she's just clearing out the division. You know?
yeah,
But you're right about that. Demetrius, he was fantastic in his division.
that was the only thing that was left.
But fighting outside of it, he you know, he's a small guy, you know. And I think he won both those fights against Cejudo, though. I think he won that last one, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly think, man. You know, I don't know. I don't believe in conspiracies with the UFC, you know, because that's crazy talk. But I think the UFC was kind of getting tired of his streak. You know, I think that he was winning so much that they were like, look, you know, you're gonna break Jones's record. You know, you're gonna create records that no one is gonna break. And you're not really that marketable.
Exactly.
You know?
No, and that was the issue.
I don't think they wanted him, you know, to be up there because of just, you know, he wasn't marketable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they fucking, at the height of his career, they
traded him for Ben Askren because Ben Askren had more buzz.
Yeah, because Ben Askren had a more draw because he talked shit online and said boom roasted after saying some dumb shit. You know?
Yeah.
People loved it. They ate that shit up. What is
But,
Demetrius Johnson doing? No, he's not on like a 14 fucking title win streak. You know, I don't know. Still a little salty about it, but you know, he's doing his thing in ONE FC. You know, he's beating people that are even on steroids. You know, so the guy's one of the greatest of all time.
So what's Amanda Nunes' current win streak?
Off the top of my head, I think it's got to be around like 7, 8. It's nothing like DJ yet. Win streak, actually, no, I was thinking about title. Win streak, I'd say more around.
So the largest
10.
title
I'd have to
defense
look it up.
streak is 11 with Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah.
Longest win streak, I still think belongs to Demetrius.
Yeah.
So she's on a 12 fight win streak. She's got
Damn, that's impressive though.
between both. I'm going to count both divisions.
She's fought the best.
So she is.
Fucking laying out Cyborg. I remember losing my mind watching that fight.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. She is the, you know, I really think she's the best woman fighter all time.
Yeah. So when she won her belt
Who else does she
from,
need to beat? You know?
so she got her belt, her first title, when she beat Misha Tate.
Yep.
Yeah, Misha Tate won the belt from Holmes.
just
She
like
got the
she
belt
did
from
Ronda.
Tate, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 title victories in a row. Between her initial win.
Damn, she's creeping right up on Johnson's record.
Yeah. So do you count like title victories in one division or just in general? I would say in general.
Yeah,
You're a
I mean,
champion.
if you defend the title, you know,
Yeah.
you're defending the title. I don't think it should differ between which one you defend.
Yeah.
And if anything, that's even more impressive.
So I say give her 3 more
2
wins.
titles at once.
Give her 3 more wins and retire.
That's what I was thinking
Beat-
too. Was
beat
I'd say,
DJ.
beat DJ's record, you know, and ride off in the sunset.
Yeah. She probably will do it too. She'll
And
probably
who
fucking
else?
do it, man.
The only person I see outboxing her is and I can't, I'm spacing her name right now, but it's a female boxer, dude. It's this woman, and she actually trained with Nunes.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm not surprised that Nunes, you know, has hands the way she does. But I think that's the only woman that could probably outbox her. You know, this girl has fought everybody. You know, if you can outbox and outstrike, when you kick Holly Holm in the head, you kick Holly Holm in the face and use her own fucking thing against her, now you're just showing off.
In a title match, nonetheless.
In a title fight.
Yeah.
Like, she took Holly Holm's thing and it's like, you know what? You know, I can do that too. Bam. And even Holly said, it was like, yeah, you fucking knocked out with your own move. You know, I was like, damn, you know, I gotta just gonna go back to the drawing board. So now she's just showing off.
And you know, it's crazy too, because people like, you know, triple title. But the thing about it is her dropping down into Shevchenko's division isn't really interesting because she holds 3 wins over Shevchenko. You know?
Did she beat her all 3 times?
Yeah.
I remember they did fight. Oh man, and Shevchenko right now is the best in her division by far. Yeah. But you're right though. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I don't know though. I mean, Shevchenko, she looks like she's just done nothing but get better. Through her
I
last
just
fights.
realized she's got a win over Shayna Baszler.
Who's that?
Shayna Baszler's in the WWE.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
but I just, it's like I said with the whole DJ thing. You know, it's like who else is there? You know, and I don't know. But then again, we saw Cyborg get, you know, flattened, so Amanda Nunes could get flattened.
Yeah, I mean, no one's unbeatable, truly. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's the end game here? You know, at this point in your career, you've already done everything.
Kat Zingano beat her.
Yeah, but then Kat Zingano wasn't able to do anything.
Yeah, and I don't think she's even with the company
anymore. No, I believe she got cut, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good fight. That was a crazy fight. I remember watching that. Nunes hit her hard. A lot. You know, but I don't know, man. I guess only time will tell. I think, and that's really her biggest enemy. I think eventually, if she doesn't stop, that's what will beat her, you know, with time.
Father Time.
Honestly, that's the only thing
But I mean, you got 3 more fights. That's how I would put it. 3 more fights. Yeah. 3 more fights, and then
take out 3 more, 3 more fights.
And then you give her TJ Dillashaw in a retirement fight.
Oh man. Oh man. I like how you brought up TJ though, because he's about to make his resurgence. A lot of people are trying to call him out.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week because next week's going to be a snooze fest. Because we don't really have I'm looking over next week's event, and it's not even worth doing predictions on.
No, I know. I looked over it yesterday, and I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Leon Edwards is your most,
most notable guy. So yeah, I just figured we'll talk about the side stuff like that then. Let's cover we'll cover Izzy and Jan here, and we'll call it a night.
Right.
With Israel Adesanya, the first thing is, one of the first questions people ask is the hype train over? Is the Izzy hype train done?
No, I think he's still going to shine in his division. The reason why he lost that fight, basically, is just because he's not a natural light heavyweight. One of the biggest things that people were giving him shit for early in his career is they said he didn't have any power. Well, he has power for the middleweight division. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But you saw Saturday night in the light heavyweight division, you saw how much bigger Blachowicz was than him, dude.
Yeah.
He may have been a little shorter, but the guy was about 30% thicker than him. And Adesanya hit him with his combinations, the combinations that you were seeing put down Whitaker and Gastelum. Blachowicz, he was just kind of just eating them and just walking right through them, kind of.
I'm not going to lie. I went back and was watching the highlights and stuff. And one person put out a very good compilation video. The commentary team was extremely biased into Israel.
Oh yeah, of course. You can tell. And I've heard of stories where they tell the commentators like they did the same thing with Cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, even if they're winning, like, no, be on the other fighters' nuts all night. Because that way, because a lot of times you see these judges just kind of try to sway the way in the fighter that's, in quotes, supposed to win.
Mm-hmm.
So with the commentators also being on that side, it kind of, to the lesser, to the average fan, they kind of mind trick you, and you were like, oh yeah, of course you won. They were talking him up all night, but.
No, yeah, they were.
I didn't hear much of the commentary, so.
No, I mean, they were just talking about essentially Israel's feints and that Jan needs to be extremely cautious. And then even as Jan was landing blows, they were still downplaying him. Like, Jan's got to be careful. He's leaving himself exposed and this and that. And,
I'm not surprised, man.
Yeah.
They, to be honest, they wanted Izzy.
Well, yeah, because Israel's more marketable,
Absolutely.
Especially going into that fight. But yeah, they were being extremely biased. But yeah, I don't think the hype train's over for Izzy. He can go back to the middleweight, and if he's still being dominant in middleweight, that'll be the thing. I mean, Anderson Silva went to the light heavyweight division, but he never went up against the title holders.
Yeah,
he went against a couple
biggest names. I mean, he fought fucking James
mid carders at best. He fought Forrest and Stefan Struve Bonner while they were on the decline in their careers.
Oh God,
You
Stephen
know?
Bonner,
Uh,
poor guy.
yeah.
Anderson just
And Bonner was
toying with him.
roided up in that fight too. I
Oh
love
my
that.
God, he was.
I love that he was just like, yeah, it was
Yeah.
my last fight. Fuck it, you know.
The guy went out and fucking bought a pack of roids and went and got himself a tan.
I love
Like
it.
I'm
man.
gonna look good for this last fight.
Yeah, I love
that.
it. Man.
But then just when Anderson moved out of the way, that spinning back kick, and then was just like, all right, let's try again. Just moved in the same spot of the cage. It was like, all right, come on. It was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's something else.
There was a period of time, man. He was just in the Matrix, son.
Oh my,
He had
seriously.
seen the Matrix.
Seriously. And then, yeah.
What's next for Jan, though, man? What's going on in the light heavyweight division?
Man, Glover is right in there, dude. And I think
It's
Glover
crazy,
beats-
right? This
I
late in his
know.
career?
The Glover, it's if you look at his past few fights, because he had those fights flattened by Johnson, scary knockout. And
Yeah.
you were thinking, he fought Jones, he gets flattened by Johnson, but nah, dude. And they sent him back in the rankings, and he fought his fucking way back up, dude. I remember seeing his latest, I think, past 3 or 4 fights, dude, fighting people that I wasn't even familiar with.
He was punching out Anthony Smith's teeth.
And just mauling them. I mean, not even, because he's been fighting so smart too. When he realizes, like, okay, I can't stand with this guy, I'm going to get clocked, his ground game is completely underrated.
Yeah.
It's completely underrated. So he's right
He's
there
super
in the mix.
dangerous on the ground. I remember watching that fight with
Yeah.
Paul Buentello, and he turned the dude's face into like smashed hamburger. Like Buentello was like hard, like you could barely recognize him.
And he's actually so ready for the title that he actually weighed in last Saturday just in case
Just in
one
case.
of them fell out. Yep. And they were talking about that. So I think, if it's not Glover, then who else, Because Smith just took another loss.
He fought for the belt against John Jones. I forgot that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
UFC
Jones caught
172.
him. Jones caught him with the old, I remember Frank Mir did it early in his career against a guy named Pete something. But he got basically, early on in the fight, he clinched Glover up and he tore his fucking shoulder because he got basically like an opposite Kimura from a standing position. Instead of, going outside, he torqued it to the inside. And you saw Jones, he wasn't trying to submit him, but he got that angle and he fucking torqued it for a good, 3 or 4 seconds, like he was trying to break it and then let it go. And it came to light that, his corner was telling him, hey, fuck his arms up, fuck his shoulders up so he can't knock you out. And damn, did that work. After he did that, Glover was just completely ineffective. And then Jones just made a mockery of him. But, it's funny because the same guy that fought Jones on there, it's a different guy nowadays, even though he's 42, I think.
Dude, he looks old.
He
looks old, man.
He looked old that early 30s when it came to the UFC.
Yeah, no, he's always looked old.
But but the thing is, he's not even just old in age. He's an old fighter. I mean, he had over I think almost 30 fights when he came into the UFC. So to be doing what he's doing and be at the level that he is now at this age and experience, the guy's something else, man. I'm interested to see how he can finish his career off.
Yeah.
I think you put him up against Yan, that's a good fight.
Didn't realize he's only 1 fight removed from Anthony Smith. Because he fought there we go.
He fought a couple I wouldn't say no names, but he had a couple fights, they sent
He
him back
fought
down. And
Thiago Santos. He beat Thiago Santos by submission in the 3rd round. That was back in November. And
that
then
was when Santos was a monster.
Yeah. That was Santos's rebound fight from fighting Jones.
I think Santos's days, though, are kind of numbered because they
The
were
knee
talking
issue.
about his knee surgery. Dude, he tore, I think, 3 or 4 things. Like that knee is jacked. And I think that's why I think you saw it in his last fight.
They were commentating on
just-
it, like he had
yeah,
no
he-
explosiveness
Yeah,
in
he
his
just
legs
did
or
not look
nothing.
like himself, man. So I hope that he was just a little timid in that fight. That's not how he is now, but we'll see.
Yeah, man.
Now talking about I want to talk about Izzy for a second.
Yeah.
Now going back down to middleweight, Yan showed that if you take Izzy down, he will get tired.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry, am I boring you?
No.
It's fucking.
All these
No, no,
clicking
no.
and reading.
No, I can imagine. I can imagine. But no, you saw late when Yan was taking Izzy down. After I think his third takedown, late in the fifth, you really saw Izzy getting tired. And Yan, to cap off the fight, he was teeing off on him. They had him basically 3/4 mount and just teeing off on him. And yeah, Izzy could not get up. I honestly think if Yan had about 2, maybe 3 more minutes, I think he would have submitted Israel. And so it's like when Conor was beaten for the first time. I think Yan kind of just put out the blueprint to beat Izzy. If you can get past his strikes, get him down to the ground late,
Yeah.
and actually hold him there. Don't just take him down and let him spring up.
Israel even commented on that, obviously coming across cocky, but maybe a little self-conscious because in the post-fight press conference, that was one of the things he touched on. He said 2 things. He said, if you want to get off the hype train, get the fuck off. He's like, we're just stopping for a refuel, kind of like thing.
he's just- yeah.
But then he sent out a message to the middleweight division. And he was like, yeah, and if you think that you guys can just take me down, he was like, yeah, go ahead and try it and stuff. So you can tell that kind of got to him. Feeling vulnerable in the ring.
I'm pretty sure that's just him kind of almost projecting.
Just defending himself. Yeah.
He's like, because if you think about it, who has really even tried to take him down? Everyone's just tried to stand there with him. I mean, Yoel Romero, a fucking Olympic wrestler. That we talked about.
Well,
that
with a
before he
guy
didn't
with
do
such
anything.
impressive range, it's no easy feature. It's no easy task when you have a guy who knows how to utilize range as good as Israel does.
I just wish Yoel would try to touch somebody, because
Yeah.
nobody's really tried to really go out there and try to just, put him against the fence, grind on him,
Well, Israel doesn't have an easy task ahead of him. I mean, granted, these are guys that he's already been in there, most of them. But, I mean,
Yeah.
you've got Robert Whittaker waiting for another shot.
Oh, yeah.
Paulo Costa. Now it's coming out that Paulo Costa was going on no sleep and was drinking. Granted,
Oh, yeah.
it half sounds like a guy making excuses, but then it does beg the question.
But it does. But the thing is, it sounds crazy, but his story is very believable.
Yeah.
Because of where they were. These guys were fighting at 3 a.m. their time. It was
Pretty
something
much.
like that.
It was super early, super early.
So it's, I can I believe that. I can believe that.
But Jared Connor is still in there. That's a guy that'll wrestle with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He just got boxed up too, though. I forget who did he fight, but somebody just completely outclassed him. But the guy he's one of the hardest hitters in the division. I mean, the guy was a heavyweight a couple years ago. If you look at him fighting a heavyweight, he does not look like the same person at all, dude.
Right. No, you're right about that.
It's crazy the transformation that he put himself through. But yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. I really think though, a lot of fighters are in the gym right now training those takedowns.
In the middleweight division.
They got some
They're
lanky
brushing up on
strikers
there.
facing away from them, and they're just fucking putting them right against the cage.
Hell yeah, man. No, I would be too.
Blachowicz, if I was him, just you got the power. Tighten up the striking a little bit. His striking, he looked a little stiff. That lead kick to the body though is deceptive. But it's just like I said, it's easy to look stiff against Israel. The guy's an amazing striker.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a true champion. I mean, hey, he just beat the middleweight champion, and he knocked out Dominic Reyes, something Jones couldn't do in 5 rounds. So
Yeah, he
We'll
did
see.
too.
I'm interested to see how his title reign goes.
Yeah, I think Glover's going to be a cool fight with him. I think Glover's going to be a
I
cool
think
fight.
that's more than likely, that's probably the next thing they're going to go for. That's probably, for one, that fight makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
And two, it's probably easily the most marketable.
Yeah.
You got Santos, he's lost twice in a row now.
Yeah, Reyes and Santos, who were the biggest light heavyweight names, unfortunately, have just fallen. Yeah, that shows how quickly the top of the division can crumble.
Yeah.
Because they really wanted, when Jones vacated it, trust me, the UFC brass wanted Jan, Reyes, and Santos to be trading that belt around. They probably wanted Jan bottom of the three. They probably wanted Reyes or Santos.
Yeah, I think Jan was the last person they wanted to have the title, because he's not. You have these fighters, man. They're just not very marketable for some reason.
Yeah, but
you can only show Jan training in a frozen lake for so many times,
But now,
as fucking savage as it is, no disrespect at all. The guy is a fucking animal.
But somebody right now, what that means is there's almost a clean slate in the light heavyweight division, and there's room for the next star to emerge.
Oh my god!
Somebody to come out, get a nice highlight knockout or submission, a nice promo. Yes. UFC is begging the light heavyweight division to create a star right now. So there's a lot of guys that they play their cards right. Go watch Chael Sonnen's goddamn YouTube channel. He will walk you through how to be a star in MMA.
I hated Chael Sonnen as a fighter, but man, as a podcaster and just as a personality, he's a fucking smart guy, dude.
Yeah, man.
And he puts his own little, persona on there. Obviously, he's Chael Sonnen. But he really, when you listen to him,
incredibly smart, man.
He's a fucking smart guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And I love whenever he shits on Tito. Oh my god. Oh, dude. God, Tito is so fucking stupid.
Tito is so stupid. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.
Next time, Steve Mazzagatti, your mustache is so fucking stupid, dude. I hate that smug look on your face.
Hey,
all right.
Follow us on Twitter and at myself at the Kai Tai Show, Kurt at Hammer MMA. The show,
Hammer's
of course.
Lounge, baby.
Yes, Hammer's Lounge. I'll be putting out a poll to figure out Kurt's punishment, which he'll have to follow through with live next week on
guys,
air.
All right, please look. Hey, man, I drank a fucking habanero hot sauce on air. I suffered in front of you. All right, take it easy.
We go from physical pain to
My mother
emotional.
is a sweet woman. My mother is a saint. All right.
We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye. Please.
I mean, I guess that's the answer to the jiu-jitsu.
Just turned, made eye contact, and I got nervous. I legitimately perfect. Could not have been more perfect.
I'm coming for you. You better be ready.